Hello. Oops. Okay, we got some super surprise in C3. That's kind of crazy. All right, yeah. Anyway, I'll just say it. Oops. Yeah, I'm a little late. Honestly, last week I woke up like too late, and then I was like, oh shoot, I have turnips. I better get there. And I made the most of it, and I bought like 4K, and I was like, okay, good job, me, go me, right? This is C3. I should be focusing on other things right now, but I can't help myself. Classic vanity. I don't know about that one. I don't think we need that. No, we don't. That is red furniture that we already have. Okay, so yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock. I have an hour of turnip time that's guaranteed, but I could get more. So in theory, I could have an hour and a half or an hour and 40, whatever. It could work out that way. I don't know what the chances are at this point, but it's possible. Also, I have no idea, obviously, what the price is going to be yet, so that still needs to be figured out. And based off of my recent turnip patterns, I have a feeling this week isn't going to be a good one anyway, but I've been wrong, and that might not necessarily be true. I'm just saying I have a bad feeling about this week. So hopefully, like at this point, I don't mind being late and buying less, but at the same time, it's like every week I just need to keep buying, you know? But yeah, I'm late. I'm owning it. And yeah, that's that. Hopefully I can find Joan soon. This is kind of annoying. Also, I forgot to load the game last night. I was a little busy. Totally forgot. And by the time I would have had a chance to, it would have been too late. Because even if I loaded it after midnight, it wouldn't have worked. You know? Like, I don't know, New Horizons is different, right? The days end at like 5 a.m. Like, that's when they start and end. But in this game, it's like, nah, it's after 12. It's now the next day. It's a little weird, obviously, after, you know, playing the other one. But what are you going to do, right? Anyway, there you go. It's 11 o'clock. I could just grab a full inventory and see what happens, you know? And maybe that's what I should do based off of the fact that it's 11 o'clock. And I have no idea what the price is, so let's just play it safe, I suppose. $83, yeah, okay. Oops, no, I am. Yeah, see, I had a feeling it would be a bad price. I also had a feeling like that this week will be not great pattern-wise. We've had 2 spikes in a row. We don't know what happened 3 weeks ago because of the raffle. But I don't have a good feeling about that one either. So I just think that, yeah, we're not... I don't know. I just don't have a good feeling about this week. But I'll buy for at least an hour. You know, hopefully we hit at least like 2.5 mil. Maybe 3 if we're lucky. And, yeah, then I can deal with everything else. Okay, still way too much money on me. That's fun. I mean, 4 bags will be enough, right? 124k for an inventory, so 4 bags-ish, or 5. If I have no leftovers. Okay, there we go. So maybe I can get like 3 inventories here? I mean, if I brought up 450k and I already had money, I think we can probably do that. It's an okay start. You know, I'm just trying to do my best today. But yeah, it's the 16th. So we got 1 week. Who knows what's happening? Hopefully we have a good visitor, but it'll be on Tuesday again, and it's just been like Tuesday, Friday, because it's been like, oh, here's one, and then oh, there's more, and there's been like delays, and it's annoying. So I mean, we've had Katrina on like 3 Fridays in a row now, and I did get 1 new item from her, but like enough's enough. Oh, also yesterday I did have a sorry, I had to clear my throat. I had the chance to go through my stream footage from all the fishing tourneys. So in June, I won 4 out of the 5 fishing tourneys, and so far in November, I've won 2 for 2. And every single time I got a new item. So I don't know if that's just coincidence, but I'm saying the fishing tourney seems to have a very strong chance of getting a new item. I mean, considering the deal with Katrina or the buried items, and those are more often than not like items I already have, for the fishing tourney to be like that, it's like, Also, it's like, if you were to look at the entire pool, it's like 100 items, right? And if I need like 14 or 15, whatever the number is, what is the number? If I need 15 red items and 3 raffle, that's like a 1 in 5 chance of getting it, you know? Like, I don't know, it doesn't, like, I'm not too sure on that. But yeah, yeah, I just don't know. But again, sale day's coming up. Now, my like, ideal reality, which is not likely to happen, is we have 3 more fishing tourneys. I need 3 more raffle items. Imagine! That'd be pretty cool. But I feel like, based off of, what I got before, and let me actually just read this out. So on June 2nd, which is the Monday, so the fishing tourney would have been on June 1st, but the Monday's when I got the item, so I was just marking the streams. So June 2nd, I got a hi-fi stereo, which is a new raffle item. On the 9th, I got a new backyard pool from Red. Next week I missed, and then on the 23rd, I got Excite Bike, which is a new raffle item. And then on June 30th, I got the Super Toilet, which was a new Red item. And then this month, I got a Ranch Chair on the 3rd, which is new Red, and DK Junior Math, which is new raffle. So it's been a pretty even mix between either raffle or Red items. But obviously, I'm not sure if it works entirely like this, but seemingly, I keep getting new items. Until I get an item that isn't new, then, you know, we're good. But, yeah, so if I could get raffle items, new raffle items, for the next 3 weeks, I would literally have no need to keep my raffle tickets anymore, and life would be great. And I wouldn't have to worry about raffle items. That would be pretty cool. Okay, so I like that. But what are the chances of that happening? I feel like not amazing, but it's like also within the realm of possibility, because there's not that many Red items to begin with. But I don't know how it, like, is it just like a 50-50 chance on it's like, oh, it's going to be a Red item or it's going to be a raffle item? Or is it like it's going to be any new item from both these pools? I don't know how it's decided, right? If you look, it's 50-50. So like maybe it's just a 50-50 chance. And if it's like, hey, you got the raffle group. Okay, here's a raffle item. Or is it like, here's all the items you could get, and it randomly picks one? I feel like it's more likely to pick like a 50-50, but I'm also not sure. So obviously if I got 3 new raffle items from that, I'd be done. It'd be super cool. Now, I also do have the raffle on the 30th. So what if I got like 1 or 2 new things before then, and then I got the last one, or like the last 2 on the raffle day, or I got like 2 from the raffle, but I still needed 1. Then I won the fishing tourney and I got the last one. You know, like I see some cool things happening here. I'd love to see them happen, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Obviously, it might not happen. But I feel like I need to really put effort into winning. I tried to use like minimal effort to win the summer fishing tourneys, and I want to say it worked out pretty well for the most part. I didn't win 1, but I won 4 out of 5. And then last week I really had to catch a lot of fish to win, but it was worth it. So I'm gonna put a lot into this for the next little bit, and potentially, depending on how well today goes, I can like catch like a stockpile of fish for next week. I looked into the spawn rates. I've mentioned this before, but it's like normally it's like I could get a 6% chance of a large bass, but right now I can get a 10% chance. So it's like 4% more. Or if I was catching between like 4 to 6 p.m., I'd have a 20% chance. Which, you know, slightly better, but not amazing. Okay, so I might do something funny here. Because that's like 3 inventories, but like, you know I got money on me. And it's like, I'm like 1k short, so. Then I can have 4 inventories, you know? Like, I don't know, I'm just trying to make this go smoothly because we don't have time, you know? But like, this will be like, an amount of money. 500k. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as long as I'm like in an acre buying past noon, we can do okay, but I don't know. I'm not sure about this week. Anyway, so yeah, if we were catching between like 4 to 6 p.m., we would have a 20% chance, which would obviously be very nice, but doing that would shuffle my turnip patterns, and I don't want to do that, because they've been like pretty good to me right now, and I don't want to reject them unintentionally, you know? It's totally not how things work, but I like to, you know, think that way. But yeah, anyway, I really want to get the raffle stuff done, because like going into this challenge, when I read about everything, I was like, okay, there's like the weird item sets from events, like the flower models from Groundhog Day, the station models from Hometown Day, and then like the pinwheels and fans from Red/Sale Day. with the raffle and other stuff, right? So those are like things that I was just like, I'm worried about that because those have just limitations that are weird. But that was like on a yearly scale, and then everything else is like, oh, maybe Gracie will be a problem. Maybe, you know, like, and like that kind of is true. And I was thinking maybe gyros would be a problem, but they're getting to a pretty good place. But now it's starting to look like Gulliver's might be a problem because like I can't get his items from Wisp, and we still need 2. So that would be crazy if it's like, hey, I got 1 bill in the bank. Gulliver still hasn't given me Lady Liberty. Not that I'm like American or that I particularly care about the Statue of Liberty. My experience with the Statue of Liberty was GTA 4. You know, there's a beating heart inside of it. What a cool little Easter egg. It would be pretty funny though for the last item for me to get in the game for it to be Lady Liberty, since it's like, you know, liberty, freedom. You know, like, hey, I'm free. I've done the challenge. It would be kind of funny. That's what I'm saying. A little irony there wouldn't be lost on me. But yeah, I'm not sure. Like, things are going pretty well apart from that. So it'll be interesting to see what ends up being my major stopping point. So I should probably run this up, but let's be real. Anyway, like, yeah, everything's looking pretty clean. Obviously, this is not clean, because... But you know what? I have more space here. I could move October stuff. There's plenty of room for October stuff to go there. Mortimer's here. Grace is a good point. Okay. That's what you like to see. So again, Gracie has not been here in like 2 months. We've not seen her in forever. So I would like to see her and have a chance to get something new. Obviously, Gracie's a little weird because like she's got a decent like size of items, right? Wendell, it's like, okay, he's got 18, and I'm getting the same ones over and over again. Like, give me a break. Gracie, it's like, oh, you know? It's like 29 or whatever, and I still need 4. So I'm hoping I can get that sorted out soon. But obviously, I need her to show up, or I need to use Wisp. But I don't want to use Wisp when there's like 4 left, right? Like, I would prefer to use Wisp when it's like 1 or 2 left from an item source. Because otherwise that's going to take forever. So, yeah, I don't want to use Wisp, like, soon. I'd rather wait. So, we just gotta wait and see who's going to be, like, there at the end. Because, again, if we get, like, all the stuff from Red this month, and if we somehow get all the raffle stuff this month, or, like, next year, or by the end of the year, rather, then we're in a really good spot. Then, like, what do we even need at that point? It's like Gracie and Gulliver and Gyroids. That's kind of like it. Apart from, like, Jingle stuff, which hopefully we get, and the Harvest stuff we should get. And there's all those random items that I already have, like the models. So, yeah. But, I mean, obviously, I'm also not really going to use Wisp until, like, I'm close to being done. From a money perspective. Like, it's a very fluid thing, you know? It's like, oh, if I'm really close to hitting the 1 bill, and, like, I'm only missing a couple other things, then I can either just, like, wait, or I could say, alright, let's just keep checking, you know? Like, it really depends on how it goes. But, I don't know. I guess, like, it'll kind of just depend on how I'm feeling, I guess. Because it's like... If I'm done with all the money and I'm like, alright, I want to wrap up, then I'm like, alright, let's start doing Wisp stuff. And then wrap up. But, okay, she's here. I can make that work, I suppose. I do need to drop these turnips, though. But yeah, like, if I was done with the money, then I could just keep, like, playing every day quickly. Like, oh, is it someone I need? No, great, alright, whatever. Like, the streams would become very quick at that point. It would be like, let's check to see who's visiting. Assuming that's what we're needing. Or if it's gyroids I need, then I could just check to see if it's raining. But honestly, I feel like with gyroids I might need to use the island. Unless, like, I keep getting new ones. So I don't know. I really don't know. But it's 11:17. I've bought 4 inventories so far. Is that good? Sure. Not really great overall, but I feel like for the timing, it's good. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about this stuff lately, right? Because, like, sure, I'm not even close to being done, but, like, I've almost done a year, and I have most of the items, and I'm halfway on the money. And I am hoping to be done with money and turnips in, like, the summer. I mean, you really, like, on average... It's not even true, though. Let me think. I don't know, I'm a little confused right now, to be honest. Okay, that's one inventory here. Let me switch, do a little switcherooski. Okay, so if I look at my turnip numbers sheet, it says that if I bought 4 mil every week, I would need 18 more weeks. And if you double that, that is July 23rd. Now, a week like this week, I'm probably going to buy less than 4 mil based on the situation. Which, you know, would, like, if it was to hit, then that would delay me. But, like, these numbers change things a lot. Again, if I bought 2 mil every week, it would still be, like, end of March 2027, which is crazy. And then 2.5 brings it to December 2026. And then 3 mil takes us to October 2026. 3.5 is August, 4 is July, 4.5 is June, 5 is June, 5.5 is May, 6 is May, 6.5 is April, 7 is April, 7.5 is end of March, right? So, like, if I went super crazy, I could maybe do, like, but I don't know, I would have to wake up earlier if I wanted to, like, consistently do 6 mil. And if I did that, sure, maybe we could finish in, like, May. But if I, like, wake up before 10 and do the 10 to 12 thing, then we could usually get at least 4, 4.5, maybe 5. And that would still land us, like, May or sorry, June or July. So yeah, that's where I'm kind of aiming for. I feel like June or July would be a pretty good spot. I might be, like, traveling again in October next year. It's not been confirmed yet, but it will need to be confirmed at some point. So obviously, I would love to have the turnips and this game done by then, because I don't want to think about how I would make that work otherwise. And, like, I specifically planned starting this around my trip as well. Right? Like, last year I finished New Horizons in, like, April. And then I was like, oh, I got this trip. I think I had already booked it at that point, but I was still doing all the planning. And I was like, well, I don't want to start this and then miss October. So I waited until after. And then I came home sick, which was even more fun. So then I waited. And then eventually I started. Now we're here. So yeah, I'd say this has been a very successful first year. I feel pretty good about things. There's a present, that's fun. It's 2 inventories here, total of 6. Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, it's 11:23. We're doing okay, but I don't know. An hour's not enough to do much. It really just depends on where we get Joan. If we somehow get Joan in a good acre right at the end, then we can keep buying for like an extra half hour at least, and then we'll have an hour and a half, and that'll be more comparable to last week. Obviously, the price isn't as good, but I can live with that, you know? But yeah, I'm hoping summer for turnips. So it's like a lot of like projections. And again, like this will be easier once I hit the 1 year mark, because like I'm gonna have a bunch more things done at that point. But like if you look at all the items I need, there's like the carpets from the 2 holiday things and the code. It's only 13 shirts right now. One of them being a fall shirt for winter, and then 2 summer, I think. And then there's like 4 Gracie shirts in there, and a Jingle shirt. So yeah, there's only 8 shirts from Nooks at this point. It'd be pretty cool if we could get all these. Really? 8? Is that right? I don't know if that's right. Let me double check. 3 summer shirts, sorry. 1 fall shirt and 4 winter. But again, we did not play a full season of winter. We did not have a better store. And then there's the pinwheels, which hopefully we get from sale day, otherwise I have them. There's 19 gyroids, and then the furniture. It's like there's still like a little bit under 100, right? It says I have 524 furniture items out of 603, but really there's 601 in the catalog. So I'm like missing 80 things of furniture, which not bad, right? And again, like 16 of those are secret codes. Like 12 of those are station models. And there's like 5 flower models that I still need. So like that's 21 and 12, that's like 33. And then there's the harvest stuff, which is like 12, so that's like 45. There's the cornucopia, which is at 46. And then there's like a couple of the house models and the post office model. And then there's still like the dolly, the car, the snowman. So like in theory, that's 50 items that like we should have. Well, the station models, that's the only weird one, right? Like I have them in my other towns. There's no way I'm gonna get them. I would like to try to get them naturally after I'm done, just so I can say, hey, this is when I would have been finished. But I'm not gonna like continue streaming every year and say, oh, I'm not done yet, you know? Like, because that just doesn't make sense. I'll just get this stuff and then continue for the sake of science. So it'd be like, hey, it would take me 8 years before I got all the station models. I feel like that's a lowball number. I feel like it would take me like 11 years or something. Best case is like 5 years. Or, yeah, right? Like there's 15 of them. You would need 5 years to get, and you'd have to get new ones each time. And in my first year here, I got doubles. And I only got like 3 unique ones. So like that's not great. Anyway, if I just keep a record of it, we're all good. So like maybe let's not count the station models, but like they're kind of like, I'll like if that's all I need, then I'm done. You know, like I will just say whatever. I'm done with this, right? But right, like if there's 12 harvest items, there's 16 like code items. There's still like couple other things. Then there's like 15 red items, and then 3 raffle items. So like, we're kind of like almost there, is what I'm trying to say. Like we're gonna just be like waiting for shirts from Nooks. Hopefully we get all the handhelds. Obviously gyrates we're still gonna be waiting for. But like, assuming we get all the furniture from Red at the end of the month, and if we get really close on raffle stuff, then like we just wait for things to get buried or raffles, you know? The other thing is, like I'm saying, is I feel like the fishing tourney always gives you something new. I'm gonna keep track of that going forward for the rest of the month, because if it does, then like if I don't have all the raffle stuff and it's June and I have all of Red stuff, then I can just win fishing tourneys, and then that should be good, right? Like I should just get the rest of them. But hopefully I'm missing only like 1 or 2 or none at that point, because there's still lots of time before that will happen. But it also depends on what happens this month. But anyway, point is, I'm saying like, I show up and not much happens right now, and it still looks like I have a lot to do, but like, I don't have a lot I can do on a daily basis. It's where I'm trying to, but I guess that's what I'm trying to say and think about. Because yeah, like if I took away, and that's why I'm saying like, give it a couple weeks, my item list will be a lot smaller. I will put in all the secret codes, just so I have all the items. Because again, like, I want everything, I've said this so many times now, it's annoying. But I want to have everything, like, basically as clean as possible for the 1 year mark, so I can say, like, hey, this is everything I need after a year. So then it's like, this is all the stuff that I could have got, and like, this is how much I still need in these things. So, yeah. But it'll be really simple, depending on how things go. Right? If I get all of Red stuff, and I get all the raffle stuff, then... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Then the item sources that, like, I still need to care about will be a very small number. So that would be pretty cool. Okay, anyway, that is 1, that's 2, and then 3, and then 4. We have bought 4 inventories here. We bought 4 on the other acre. So we are at 8 right now. Is that a good number? Don't ask. Wait, did I buy 4 in the other acre? I did, right? Okay, but yeah, anyway, I just want the numbers to be smaller so I can be like, hey, this is what I need at this point. And like, yeah, the wallpaper and carpet will basically be done, hopefully. And the jingle stuff is the only thing that's really worrying me right now. Like, that's really it. Because that's kind of a problem. Because, like, I only got 4... I got 5 unique things from Jingle last year. And you can only get 10 items. And I need this shirt, and I need a wall, and I need the floor. So that's 3 items that I need, that I can guarantee get. Obviously, those ones are guaranteed. But the furniture's not. So there's still 5 furniture items that I need to get. So, like, do I go for furniture first, or do I just get the unique 3 things, and then say, alright, whatever, let's see what furniture we get. Because then that would, like, remove... Right? Like, if I put the code in, and then I put... It's... I feel like I should go for the furniture because it has a... It's got, like, the worst chance. But if I get the shirt and the wall and the floor, then I have a better chance of completing more categories, right? At least at that point, that would complete my wallpaper and carpet catalog. Shirts, it would not complete, obviously, because there's still summer shirts we're missing. But, yeah. I guess that's the thing, right? Like, with Wisp. Because, like, this shirt situation is kind of whack. Like, I still need 8 shirts right now. One of them is this season. Spring's good. So it's three in summer, 1 right now in fall, and 4 in winter. And again, I started, like, kind of in winter, and it was obviously a smaller store, so there's less shirts available. I would think I have a pretty good chance of getting at least some of the winter shirts by the time that season's done. And I don't think I would start using Wisp until after that season's done. I feel like we have a pretty bad chance of getting the last fall shirt, the noodle shirt. So then that would hopefully leave us at like 4 shirts left, which again is still like too much. That's too much. It's still like too high of a number, you know? Like, I would prefer it to be lower before I start using Wisp. Because, like, you don't get to pick what kind of item you get from Wisp. You just pick whether it's new. Right? So I would rather have a little bit more control in what I'm getting before I do that. Especially if I'm trying to get something else. Okay, so that is 5 inventories here. I think I'm going to have to, like, move acres after this. Probably. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. But I think, like, hopefully we get the winter shirts. I don't think I'm going to get the fall shirt just because it's been bad luck. I was so surprised that we got, like, the spring ones, and now we're, like, having terrible luck with the others, but whatever. But yeah, basically, the spreadsheet's gonna look a lot better real soon. I mean, if I get all the pinwheels during sale day, that would be super cool. I don't know how well that's gonna happen. I think, like, each bag has a 50% chance of having one, but I don't know if they're always gonna be unique. The weird thing with the raffle with red is that you can get every single one. You just keep raffling. Like, it's like, oh, you can pick this, you can pick that, you can pick this, you know? And then it's like, whatever, you get them all. But I don't know if that's the same at Nooks. Like, if you get 8 pinwheels, are you good? Or you can get doubles. If not, like, sure, I'm gonna, like, the list will shrink, which will be nicer, because there'll be less things to see, but obviously we either have to wait for another raffle or something else. And that's the other thing, like, I'm happy I got the fans during the raffle this year from Red. That's, like, best case. But if next year I get the pinwheels, that would be pretty cool. And if I'm considering being done with money, like, in June or July, then yeah, I would, if it was June, I would wait for the raffle and see what happens at that point, right? But yeah, I got a lot to think about, a lot to worry about. But I'm thinking things will be pretty good. Even by the end of the month, we should see a lot of movement on the spreadsheet. And then I just have to think about, like, Toy Day. I guess I could only get the wallpaper and only get the carpet and skip the shirt, because those would at least complete those categories. And then I get purple stars in my catalog and be like, yay, look at me, I got all that. And, like, obviously I won't have all the shirts by the end of the year before Toy Day. So, and then I could have 8 attempts at new furniture. It's really weird, though. If you look at the furniture I got last year, it was like, I got 3 of one, and then, like, 2 doubles, and then 1 that I only got 1 of, I think. It's like 2, 2, 2 is 6, and then a 3, and then a 1. I think that's what I got. So, like, I only saw half the item. So is it gonna be like, oh, you get the other half this year? Because if that's the case, then, like, I can just get 1 of each and then be done. But I don't know. I'm curious how it's gonna go. Like, maybe I start with furniture, and after I do like 5 attempts, we see what's gonna happen, and then I can decide from there. You know what? I think I can drop another one here. I actually need another bag. Ooh. Okay, so that's 6 inventories here? Am I crazy? Like that's... Oh, I could definitely drop another one. But like, that's one, this is one. Like, that's most of one. That's like another. So like, that's like more. That's basically one, and then there's like 2, and then that's like 3, and then there's 4, 5. Yeah, I think we're at 6. So that means we're at like 10 inventories. Don't ask me how much money that is. It's not enough. I mean, it doesn't help that we have a low price. We're just not gonna hit a good number today based on this. Unless we get a good acre after this. I'm trying to like extend this one as much as possible, but... Okay, if I'm saying 10, I mean, obviously it's 1.2 mil. If I bought 10 inventories. At 1 point... It's 124.5k. I mean... What? September 1st, it was 76 bells, and I bought 2.6 mil with 22 inventories. And then there was a raffle week where it was 104 and I bought 7 inventories. But that was a decrease, so that doesn't matter. But like every other one has been like above 3 mil or like 4 mil or something. I mean, yeah, actually, like a lot of ours lately have had like weird prices and I haven't even hit 4 mil. If I go in reverse order, it's like 4.1, 8.2, 4.6, 4.9, 3.4, 3.8, 1, 3.7, 6.1, 4.9, 2.6, 6.1, 7.1, 5.6, 3.1, 5.3, 2.7, 4.4. And that's... I guess there's also that week where I got a spike. What happened that week? June 23rd. What happened then? Or did I not buy that? It says June 23rd. I don't have a purchase price. And there's nothing in my bank account page. Oh no, there is. I made 9 mil. So I must have bought like a pitiful number. I guess there's a raffle? Or... No, the raffle was next week. I don't know. Yeah, my spreadsheet's like mostly filled up, but there's a couple things where it's like not. You know, like I have 0 purchased or I don't know how much I bought in that week. I've been a lot better with it lately, but before it was not great. Not to mention, like, I had that big drought, which did not help. The great drought of May and July has to be studied. Alright. Okay, so I think that's 10 inventories. It's been 43 minutes, so I mean that's kinda... It's pretty expected. I think I have done okay so far with the acres that I've got, you know, like I made the first one work for 4, which was not bad. That one I got 6, not bad. Or at 1.2 mil. Obviously breaking 2 mil is like bare minimum, but I don't know if that's gonna happen, because again, bad price, and bad timing on me waking up. But you know, anything can happen. But we just need to find Joan. Right now we have 20 minutes, so if I got her in a good acre right now, I wouldn't risk it. Okay, I got her in a good acre right now, I'm not gonna risk it. Because obviously I could buy in that one and then switch to another one. But if she's there, that gives us time beyond noon, which is good for us, you know? So we can drop that there. Pick those up, I don't care. Okay, so here's the thing. If I am buying from Joan in that last acre for the next little bit, I'm not losing time in this case. You know, like I'm still gonna buy just as many acres, so I can just take a little break from buying turnips to deal with the store. So we get the store dealt with, and I don't have to think about this, and then we just have the fishing tourney to worry about afterwards. You know, that's kind of fun. That's kind of good. Let's just do that real quick. What is happening on the left? Is that a fall plaid shirt? I got the fall plaid shirt from the Lost and Found, so I don't actually know what it looks like. Also, imagine the orange box not, like, it's crazy. Like, obviously every standard furniture item has an item group, but, like, everyone starts with the orange box. Like, imagine it being your rare item group, and he's like, hey, I have this thing. It's worth nothing, and you've seen it before, but who cares? Okay, I feel like that is the fall plaid shirt. I don't know what else that could be. The noodle shirt? No. I wish. Wow, okay, so that's cool. Yeah, I got that earlier this week from the Lost and Found. It was the most recent shirt, new shirt that I've got. And there it is now. So that's kind of fun that I got it already again. Maybe there's hope for the noodle shirt. We have like 11 days. So it's not looking great, but it is possible. Okay, so now the store's done. Don't have to worry about that. Good. Just taking a nice little break is good, you know? Like, I can take a break from turnips after half an hour, which is not that long, but whatever. So if we can get, like, 12 inventories, then I think we can hit, like, 2.5 mil, which is, like, not amazing, but I think it's good enough, all things considered. And I don't think this week is going to be good to me anyway. Could be wrong, but that's just a feeling I have so far. Okay, so I have one large bass. So I'm going to use this, alright? I'm going to just use this quickly, just to see what it starts us off with. And then I will go buy the rest from Joan. That's the plan. Maybe next week I'll, like, wake up at a better hour. Would be nice. $19? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so that sucked. I was hoping maybe it would be a one and done this week, and then I could just, like, catch 4 and have a stockpile for next week. But that's clearly not going to be the case. Okay. I suppose I should do some math. Alright, one of my acres has 1.92. Divide that by 24,500. 15, huh? Alright, I have enough money in that acre to buy 15 inventories of turnips. You know what that means? That means we have too much money in the acre. And that we will run out of space before it's over. So do I move money out of here temporarily? Or... I could just put it in my letters. At the end, I mean, if I need to clear a little space. But let me clear my letters right now. Again, I have the golden axe. which I don't need right now, is for the island. And now we just have the fishing rod and shovel. And we can fix that up as we go. Okay, I'm gonna just start buying. I can put stuff in my letters if I need to try to save space. But I'm hoping we can buy like 13 or 14 at least. That'll put us up to like the 23 or 24. Which would be 2.5. Which is enough. But yeah, we're 50 minutes in. We've dealt with the store. Just gotta deal with this. And then I got the fishing tourney to deal with. Depending on how long that takes today, I will, you know, like, here's the thing. Because I was annoyed with last week, I caught what I could, and I only had one left over, and I didn't want to catch more because of how long it took. This week, if it's quicker, like, I feel like last week I had to use, like, 8 fish. If I use, like, only 3 this week, then sure, maybe I'll catch, like, a little bit extra, and then I'll have, like, a little stockpile for next week. And then I might not have to do as much, and that'd be nice. But, yeah. We'll just see. But at this point, it's like, this is, like, really worth it, I think. Just based on, like, how it seems to behave and the situation we have. So, I gotta go for it. And keep count of all the inventories here. Perhaps. Knowing me, I don't know. I know that's 2 though. I should because like the money thing, but like I could also just like count things and figure it out that way probably. Math and deductive reasoning? No, not in my Animal Crossing. But yeah. Anyway, what's going on? Where are we at? What else do I have to talk about? Honestly, this week was really busy. I didn't have a lot of time to do things I wanted to do. I was productive and organizing my room and dealing with my recent game purchases. I might pick up a bunch of the stuff I've purchased today, maybe? I don't know. Gotta work up the energy for that. And yeah, I mean, I've been playing Dave the Diver lately. However, I haven't played it since Tuesday. Again, I played it like last week. I played it on Tuesday and then I had a bunch going on and I had no chance to play it till the weekend. And then, yeah, like, kind of in a similar boat this week. I last played it on Tuesday. I got a bunch done though. I'm like near the end of chapter 6, I think. I think chapter-wise there's only like 8 chapters maybe, or 7 and an epilogue, I can't remember. So like I've almost beat this story, I think. But there's still like lots going on, lots of like side quests and missions to do, I think. But I've made progress, which is good. And then, oh man, the day I've kind of been dreading, but Sailing's gonna release in Old School on Wednesday, and I will be there. You know, when I played RuneScape as a kid, 20 years ago, whatever, I was an idiot. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know, like, it's so weird. If you look at my playtime on my, like, original RuneScape account versus Old School, the time difference is crazy, because, like, I think all my stats are better in Old School now, even though I have, like, way less time. But also, like, it's easier to get experience in, like, the new one. I, like, have considered playing it a couple times. I know I played it once, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but let me just do quests, you know? Looking at it as a quest game, it's, like, kind of better than what it is. But, yeah, the comments, anyway. I don't know if I was there for, like, a new skill, you know? I'm trying to recall. Like, was I actively playing when they released new skills? I don't know. I honestly can't remember. Like, I know I started in, like, 04, because last year was, like, my 20-year mark. I know that. But, like, I know that Construction came out in, like, 06. Obviously, because the Falador Massacre. R.I.P. to the millions that were lost. And then Hunter came out after that, but I don't think it was that far out after that. And I don't know if I was a member at the time or like what, so yeah, I don't know if I was ever there for a skill release. And obviously, old school has never released a new skill. But like when they released new content, it was kind of fun, you know? Like they did the whole like Varlamore thing, and I was like, all right, let me play that like day one. And it's like like okay, like when you play old school now, like you still see people, but you don't see like tons, you know? Back in the day when you were playing, you'd see people like, you know, you'd see so many more people. But it's like there's also so much more content now that like it makes sense that you don't see as many people and you have lots of worlds to like sustain everyone. It makes sense. Back in the day you didn't have as many worlds, right? And like it was just busier. But then like when they did Varlamore, I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's doing the same thing. Everything's crowded. It is so cool to like see it with so many people. So that's kind of why I want to do Sailing Day 1. Just so I can like witness that part of it, because that's like it's cool when you see, because then that makes me think of like, you know, 20 years ago when like things were packed and you saw people everywhere. Don't go to Falador Park in World 2 or whatever it was. I think it was World 2 Falador Park. It was like, yeah, that was crazy. I like went there a little bit, but I didn't do much merching. I'm not a con artist. Like those people. Anyway, so yeah, that's what that's my plan for Wednesday. So like, you know, I got a couple days that I'll get some more done in Day of the Diver. I can maybe beat the story, but I won't finish like all the achievements, that's for sure. I've enjoyed it. I think it's a really good game, honestly. Um Sometimes there's like indie games that like, you know, like you hear about and they're kind of like, yeah, they're pretty cool, but like they don't get a lot of attention. I don't know if that's true for this. I guess like it makes me think about Bug Snacks. I think Bug Snacks is a really, really good game. Perfect for me, honestly. I had a lot of fun with it. I still think of it fondly. It had its 5-year anniversary like this week or last week. I saw that and I was like, man, it's been that long? Crazy. But I really love Bug Snacks and I do recommend it. And it's not like too long of a game, you know? So it's like pretty easy to do. Dave the Diver is a lot longer, obviously. But yeah, I think both are pretty great games. Like I was just thinking like indie games, but it's like, is it indie? I don't know. I guess like it is, but it isn't. Dave the Diver's a weird one, right? Like it's published by Nexon of all people, I think. No, it's published by Mint Rocket, but I thought Nexon was involved in it for some reason. I don't remember. But yeah, I think like it's fairly indie. So like yeah, you know, Bugsnax is one of those things. I really enjoyed it. It's really good. Like, could I say it was the best game of the year? No, but I could say that it was like really good. You know, that's why it's weird. Like, it's amazing for what it is, but it would never be like my top pick for the year. And like I don't know. Like I put together a list of like 25 games. I did like I'm trying to do an experiment at some point, kind of. Like pick a top 25. And like I didn't put it on that top 25, but I also like I don't know, I'm trying to like I don't know how to like I've always struggled. I've always wanted to put together like a top 10 games list, and I've been like there's no way I can ever do this. How could I pick 10? So I was like, let's do a top 25. And I was trying to do that, and I came up with a bunch. And it's like I came up with 15, and some of them are this or that, which because they're so similar or whatever, right? But like yeah, there's a lot like you'd expect me to say. And then there's like a bunch of random ones. Like I came up with like 15 confirmed ones, and then like a list of like 10 potential ones. And I tried to be varied in it, you know? Like, obviously I love the Souls games, but it's not like I can just put every Souls game on the list. I only put 2. No, but that's because, like, Sekiro is different, you know? Like, if I was to pick FromSoft games, I'd say Bloodborne and Sekiro. Bloodborne was my first one. People always say you gravitate towards your first one, but also I'm really an aggressive, dodgy kind of guy, and Bloodborne's just super well suited for that, obviously. And then Sekiro is just a masterpiece. It's one of the best combat systems I've ever played with. I don't know if I want to share the list. I don't think I should share the list. But like those, like when I'm like thinking of the list, I would say like Bloodborne, Sekiro, Hollow Knight. Those are always mentioned. You know, those are like the 3 easy 3. And then it's like, okay, let's throw it. Majora's Mask in for Zelda, obviously. Paper Mario, Pikmin game, an Animal Crossing game. One of the Banjo games, probably. Tuning, Stardew, Yakuza, you know, like, there's a lot. But I didn't put Bug Snacks there, but I feel like maybe it should go there. But I kind of want to, like, do an experiment where, like, I have this list, and then I try to think of another list in the future without referencing that list, and then we can cross-reference the list to be like, okay, how close were you to this, you know? Like, that will, like, tell me which ones are more important if I'm thinking of them both times or whatever, right? But yeah, so that's something I'm working on. Okay, it is 12:03 by the way, so we're now in overtime, and we have been, but we've done 5 inventories here. 1 there, 2, 3, 5. So we're getting there. We're getting there. This should be like under 2 hours of stream, which is, I guess, good, but at the same time bad. But also, it's like, it's a low turnip price. We were never going to get a huge amount this week anyway, so for this to be the price on this week, and I feel like it's going to be a bad week anyway. Like, if we get a spike this week, sure, I'll make a little bit of money. Actually, it's going to be annoying if I make money this week, isn't it? Let me think. My bank account has 478 mil in it. But with the money I have outside, we have over 500 mil total. Now, if I did 4.5 or 4.6, right, you get 7 mil per 1 mil. So we'd have 14 mil at 2 mil. And if we had half, then you could consider that another 3.5. We need like over 20 to actually hit 500 in the bank. Not that that matters, but it would be nice to see, obviously. So yeah, if this happens, we'll still get some money. It would be nice, but I'm not expecting this week to hit. But hey, maybe we'll get like spikes for the rest of the week. I mean, month. Again, we have this week, the 23rd, the 30th, and then like half of the 7th before the 1 year mark. So we have basically 3.5 weeks of potential spikes before we hit the 1 year thing. So we could still hit like 550 if we had one really good week, or if we had 2 lesser weeks. We could hit 600 mil if things got really crazy, but I feel like that's so unlikely. But if it did, it'd be kind of nuts. But yeah, we've been doing a lot better, so I'm hoping to be done this in the summer sometime. But obviously, we will wait and see when that happens. But yeah, we're gonna finish this, do the fishing tourney stuff, and then I'll take it easy, and then we'll see what happens. The rest of this week will be pretty chill. Obviously, Gracie's showing up on Tuesday, which could be happy, fun time, or it could be lame, sad time. Who knows? Okay, so that should be 6. I don't know how many we're gonna get here, let's be real. Honestly, I'm kind of like already done. I don't want to buy anymore right now. My nose is really itchy today. It's really bothering me. Okay, that's 7, right? Oh! Man, I was doing well up until now. I need to drop this one first. I like just... Maybe that'll be fine. I'm tired, boss. Okay, I think this is 8. Look, we're doing okay, but yeah, I am like... I don't know, I don't have the focus today. I don't have the energy. Probably because I think it's not gonna work out anyway, but... Whatever. Alright, I think that's 8. do I keep doing that? Am I holding the controller in a weird way? I've done that like 3 times now, and I've never done that any other day. This is very strange. Alright, let's call that 9. Alright, I think that's 10. So, I mean, we're gonna just see how many we can do. Supposedly, there's money for 15, but I don't think there's space for 15. I mean, this acre's... I mean, technically the full acre is available to us. It has the 2 tiers. And I guess that doesn't affect our ability to drop things necessarily. It's more the trees that are a problem. Oh, sorry. I had my mic muted for a little bit there. Yeah, this game is pretty peak, honestly. This part of the game is not so peak, but the game itself, very peak. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I am almost done with this. I think I'm at 13 inventories now, so this should be the 14th. I don't think I can get a 15th in this acre. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna evaluate that though, because maybe I can. But yeah, I should only have like maybe 6 bags left. I think I should have like 6 bags, because I need 4 for an inventory, and then it's like, it said 15.4. So I think 6 is probably what I should expect. I feel like this inventory is almost done. Hopefully. Should be. Still have to deal with the fishing turning. I'm like, some days, you know, I can do like 2.5 hours and it's fine. Today it's like, I'm an hour and a half. I'm like, okay, can we be done? Alright, so if I drop, so we have 1 there and then we have a money there. So yeah, that looks right. So if we actually go like this and drop outside of the acre, we can actually push for a 15th inventory. It's a little like out of the way. You can't see everything, but it'll work. That's totally fair. So the one thing about this game, oops, no. The one thing about this game, I'm doing a 100% run. Most of the stuff's not too bad. There's one item in particular that's probably the hardest item to get in the game. I think everyone would agree on that. It's the post model. It is a model of the post office, and you can only get it by either using a code, which is not very legit, okay? Or you need to max out your bank account. And to max out your bank account, you need 1 billion bells. A billion, even. So yeah, that's why I'm buying turnips. And I have so many. And this isn't even that many, to be honest. This is like 1 acre full. And we're only buying 83 bells per turnip, which is not great. So this is only like, I don't know. This is probably like 1.5, 1.6 mil in turnips. Actually, I can do the math. It's going to be a little bit more than that, probably. It's probably like 1.7. So I'm buying, an inventory right now is 124.5k. I think there's 15 here, so times that by 15, that's 1.86. Now, we've already actually bought 10. So, really, if you go 124.5 times 25, then we get 3.1 mil. So actually, I'm breaking 3 mil today, which is nice. I woke up late today. Normally I like to start these streams at 10 and have 10 to 12 as guaranteed turnip purchasing time. And again, it is 12:30. Joan should have left half an hour ago, but because I was in this acre with Joan before noon, I can keep buying. So normally I like to do 2 hours, and then maybe if I get Joan in an ideal acre, I can continue buying for a little bit extra. But yeah, we're getting like 3.1 mil worth of turnips right now, which is fine. That's an okay number. My best was a couple weeks ago when I did 8.2 mil, but usually I'd like to shoot for like around, normally I'd want a minimum of like 4 mil, but I'd aim for at least like 5. But that takes time, you know, that's like 2 hours of this, at least usually. Also, I can max out my bank account. I'm halfway, by the way. I have 500 mil currently. So yeah, basically every week I'm doing this. Every Sunday morning I'm waking up and doing this. Until hopefully like the summer next year. That's when I'm kind of projecting to be done. Could be before then, could be after then. But that's the projection. And I can also start like buying more towards the end, you know. Okay, so that's 15 inventories, and I bought 10 others elsewhere. So, I mean, 25 and it being like 3.1 mil, I'm actually pretty happy with that, all things considered, because again, I did wake up very late, but things worked out, so that's cool. Okay, so yeah, normally I would be done, but there are fishing tourneys in November, so I'm going to try to win that, because it's got a pretty good chance of giving me a new item from either Red's item list or the raffle list, and that's pretty important. So, out of my way. Let's see what we can make happen. Last week, I needed to give like 8 large bass before I had one that was 26 inches. The max size is 27 inches, so getting either of those two sizes would be good. I had 1 large bass left over from last week, which I gave, and that was only 19 inches. So that's a very bad start. That's like the smallest size it could be. So, yeah. Anyway, turnips are done for the week. An hour and 40-ish. More like an hour and a half. Honestly, it's not bad. All things considered, I think I did okay. I was expecting not to even hit 3 mil, and I was kind of hoping for like 2.5, but I'm getting 3. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, now the incredibly fun part of trying to get a large bass. Normally I like to keep a stockpile of these, but... Oh. Great. Went too fast that time. But yeah, I only had 1. I would have, like, but I was like, the problem here is that they have increased spawn rates during the fishing tourney, but the fishing tourney is on Sundays, which is when I'm buying turnips, so I have to do it all at once. It's like, I don't really want to fish for like 20 minutes after buying turnips for an hour and a half. Shocking, I know. But this is the hand we're dealt. I could try to get these outside of these hours, but they would have a slightly lower spawn rate. So it's more efficient for me to just do it now. But even with this increased spawn rate, I don't like the spawn rate. I think it should be better. But can't really do anything about that. And this is like as efficient as it gets. You know? Just like entering 1 acre over and over again and scaring away anything that isn't big enough to be a large bass. Like it or not, this is peak efficiency. Can't do this in the newer games. This is only in this one. Just because of the acre system. Which, I mean, the acre system has its benefits, but it also has some cons. Huge limitations. So it's kind of interesting. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I would recommend getting a copy of the game. I don't know where you are, so I can't give you an accurate average cost. I can only give you Canadian dollars. But I mean, it's not like too expensive. I mean, it depends on what you consider expensive, but it should be cheaper than a regularly priced game nowadays. This is what I mean, like 10% like spawn rate, but I've only caught one so far. Not great. That's what I mean though, like it's a pain. Like most of the time I don't even see large enough fish. Like I have to do so much of this just to see one. And then more than half the time it's not even a large bass. So yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's annoying to work with. And that's why like I didn't win all the fishing tourneys in June. I won only 4 of the 5. But at this stage of the game, it's really important for me to win them because it really helps with the items I have left. So I'm gonna do what I can to try to win this thing today. And maybe I'll have leftovers. If I have leftovers, I could help win next week. But if it's anything like last week, it's not going to be great. For just as a... Oh shoot, that was bad. I thought I messed up and I wanted to reel it back, but that was just like slow motion disaster in my head. I made my thumb go for it and I was like, oh no, this is a problem. And I just, just watched it happen. But yeah, the first week, I had a couple large bass left over from months ago. So I gave one, and I got a 26-inch fish, and then I won. Okay, one and done. Super good. Last week, I had to give 8 before I was able to win with a 26-inch fish. Again, 27 inches is the max. Basically, like, you can only give small bass, regular bass, or large bass during the fishing tourney. and they each have a range of inches they can be, which is randomly picked when you give the fish to Chip. So I got really good luck the first week, and then not so great luck the second week. And I got a 19-inch fish, which is the minimum for a large bass, with the one I had left over. So I'm going to try to catch a couple more before I go up there. But yeah, they either give you stuff from Red's furniture item list or the raffle list, which are harder to get. And if I was able to get new raffle furniture from this, that would be really nice, because I only need 3 more, and I'd love to have that out of the way. So it's very important at this point, is what I'm claiming. I don't think that was a good one. Yeah, I didn't feel like that was a good one. I felt like I was a little too slow, and I feel like if it's a large bass, I would have, like, missed it, maybe. Oh, shoot. I feel like everyone that I scare away is a large bass, and I'm just, like, ruining things for myself. Okay, nice. Nice. Okay, so I got 3 large bass. That's not bad. Again, I'm gonna try to get a bunch so I can, like, overkill it, right? Because if I get a bunch now, then next week, if I have leftovers and I don't need that many, then great, I'll have some for the last week as well. So yeah, I still have 3 fishing tourneys this month, every Sunday in November. I've only done 2. So any leftovers would be appreciated, and might even be useful, even if I don't use them all now. Technically, it could still be good for June if I need stuff, but hopefully I don't need stuff at that point. Okay, what's with all the boots? I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that. Come on, really? Can I just get like one more? I feel like this has been going on for a while now. Like at least 10 minutes? Wait, I don't need this. Stop. Really? That's helpful. I have the goldenrod and it's... Oh! Why? Stop. This is not cool. Why do I have 4 boots in my inventory? Give me a break. I'm unimpressed. This is really frustrating. Honestly, I'm not a fan. I don't know, the fishing tourney in New Horizons, I can't think of the other fishing tourneys, so that's why I'm using that as my reference point. But like, that was just like, catch fish, get points, easy, you know? This is like, you gotta catch a specific fish. You catch anything else, get lost. Kind of annoying, honestly. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's also like, ugh. Okay, this one should really. Oh, come on. That was a large bass. 100%. That was a joke. I mean, I kind of did that to myself at the same time. Like, come on. I just want to catch one more. That's not one. No way. That was too slow. Okay. Let me just see what happens with these. So we have, what, 25 inventories? They're all... Oh wait, I ran right past them. What am I doing? Wow. Awful, by the way. The frustrating part here is there's just such a long interaction. Like, it's so slow. It's like, I got plenty of fish that I need to give you. Why you gotta make this harder than it needs to be? $23, not enough. If the message board still had like less, like the summer stuff, I would double check it, because I can't remember like what the... I feel like someone beat me with like a 25-inch fish. I feel like 26 is like pretty good, but... I don't think that's enough. Honestly. Like, I just don't think it's enough. If it was 25, I might, like, leave it, but... I don't know where I dropped that other shirt. Did I just drop it in the dump? Maybe? I feel like that's what I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, there wasn't that many there earlier. Okay. So again, we're at like 2 hours now. I've been dealing with the fishing stuff for like 20 minutes, and the best we have is a 24-inch fish. It's not great, not gonna lie. I want to clean my inventory though, I'm annoyed by it. I could just drop the fish, but then I still have 4 boots. So just get rid of them. Get them out of here. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see their face around here anymore. Ah, man. So yeah, I do want to wrap up, and I want to be done. But I don't think 24 is enough, honestly. So... I feel... Oh. No, not the bridge. Come on, quick. Go for it, please. Okay, I was able to see the water just barely, and it was a large bass. Kinda hype. Not gonna lie. Since I'm here, I'm just gonna just give this one to him immediately. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I need. I feel like 25 is probably enough. If I got 25, 26 for sure, and 27 obviously, like, yeah, okay. But 23, 24, I don't think it's enough. I feel like somebody's beat me with 25. And again, I feel like it's 24 again? Really? Really? Basically, yeah, they just keep, your villagers just keep catching fish all day until 6 p.m. where they could potentially surpass your record. But I don't know what, like, I don't know. The wiki doesn't have information on what would actually pass or not, so I just want it to be, like, closer to max, obviously. So I guess I've given 5 now, hey? I had 1 left over, and then I gave, that was 19, then I got 20. So 19, 20, 23, and then 2 24s. What am I doing? Oh, I didn't want to catch that. Now it's a stupid can. Oh no, I've been playing too long past turnip hour. Yes. Yes, for the sake of the fishing tourney. Not that I want to. I'm already past my limit, and I'm already annoyed. The fishing tourney just bugs me, honestly. But I was looking at it. Basically, the 6 times I've won the fishing tourney, I have got a new red or raffle furniture item. And at this stage of the game, I only need 15 red items and 3 raffle items. So if I could get a new one at this point, that would be potentially pretty huge. There's 3 more fishing tourneys. Imagine I get 3 raffle items, 3 new raffle items, and I'm just done. That's kind of like the vision I have right now. So I'm really putting a lot of effort into doing this. But yeah, like last week I had to, like, the first fishing tourney this month, I had 1 large bass left over, and I handed it in, and I got a 26-inch fish, and I was like, okay, great, and then I won. Super cool, love it. Last week I had to give 8 large basses, so I was here for like 20 minutes, and now here I am for 20 minutes. I've given 5 large bass so far, and we only have 24 inches, and I just don't think that's enough. So, I'm gonna try to catch a couple more and see what happens, but I'm just getting booted over and over again. I've got like 5 boots. I've got more boots than large bass right now. So that's why I'm a little annoyed maybe. But that's okay. Honestly, I woke up late today, so for you spacing on the day, it doesn't matter too much. I didn't start till like 11 today. So it was a slow one. I still got like 3.1 mil purchase, so I'm not. I think it's fine. You know, all things considered, not too bad today. I just want to see what we can do about the fishing tourney. Like, you see, like I'm being as efficient as possible here in catching fish, and it's still not enough to get a large amount of large bass. But I feel like the rewards are the reward potential is huge here. Because if I do get new raffle stuff, then I'm even closer to being done. Being done all the raffle stuff, it's one of my biggest concerns. So that's why it's like I really want to put effort into this, because it seems to be pretty consistent in giving me something new. Like, I haven't got anything that I've already had from winning one of these tourneys so far. Now, obviously, I could have just had really good luck up until this point, but considering like the past 2, they've been just like a considerably smaller like list of items for me to get. I feel like maybe it's just guaranteed new. I don't know. Come on. Yeah, honestly, it's been 2 hours. I'm tired. I don't want to keep doing it. I'm already past the point, but I am gonna just keep pushing through and hoping for the best. But yeah, these things are not cooperating, that's for sure. Yeah, I did hit a I'm tired boss earlier today. Why you gotta be like that, fish? Great. Well, that's unfortunate. I hate when that happens. Not that I paint very often, but running out of paint's gotta be the worst. You're like, oh great, I gotta go get more, and I have more than I need. And you have too much, and it's extra money, it's annoying. And you gotta go out and get it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Like, why? Why have I caught 6 boots? I've literally caught more boots than bass. Yeah, big paint is actually, yeah, you're right. Big paint is out to get us all, and like it's so small compared to all the other big entities that we don't even think about it. They've got it all the way they want it, and we're none the wiser. Yeah, it's right under the radar. Nobody's thinking about big paint. I'm thinking about big bass. Big fish even. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, if you draw the wrong attention, like, nobody's ever gonna hear from you again. Unless, like, you secretly use paint to paint a message about big paint. That might be the way. You gotta fight them using the same underhanded tactics that they're using. yeah, like once you've babbled enough, and then you can maybe go down that road. But it's gonna be a point of no return. How many do I have? I have 2. Ugh. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Okay. I got 3 now. That's exciting. So again, I've given, what, 5? I handed it a 19, 20, 23, and 2 24-inch large bass. So, I mean, it's starting to get to the point where, like, it's less likely for me to beat my record. But that doesn't mean anything, because, like, I've just shown up and given 1 bass, and it's like, hey, that's 26 inches. And I say, hey, okay, great, I'm done. So, I'm going to try to catch 1 more, because I'm, like, on a hot streak. Not that that's a thing, but I'm going to claim that I'm on a hot streak. Oh, that felt a little slow. Yeah. Alright. Get that guy out of here and do a little bit of this. That'll save us like 10 seconds. Probably not, actually. I don't know if that would have saved us any time at this point. Alright, let's do a couple more attempts. So again, I'm giving 5. Last week I needed 8. So, anything's possible. $22. Yahoo! I didn't even pay attention to the number, but clearly it wasn't enough. Alright. I don't know about this anymore. Bruh. They're like odds on like the chances of them beating you in this. Animal Crossing, fishing, tourney. What do I need to win? Can I find like a post? Like it just says that they range from 19 to 27 inches, and throughout the day they just keep like doing things. It's not helpful. Like I want like percentages. Like what's the chance that somebody gets a 25-inch fish? You know, like give me those numbers. I don't want these other numbers. I've been doing this for like half an hour though. I'm kind of like done. Oh, that was... I want to scream. That is 7 boots. I'm not happy about that. What do you mean? Bruh. This river's a disaster. Okay, this guy's a large bass. You can tell because he's being annoying. Nope. I lied. I was locked in on that one, though. I don't know. I think I have to cut my losses soon. Diminishing returns, blah, blah, blah. Something like that. Like, I've given 8, right? Yeah, I gave 8, and I only have 24 inches. So, I mean... Okay, I just scared away a big one. Great. Good job, me. Yeah, I mean, it's been... I feel like it's been half an hour, I think. Which is crazy, honestly. Half an hour of doing this, and I have 8 fish to show for it. That should tell you that the spawn rate sucks. But it's apparently not any better during the regular time. So... Unless I show up really early or really late, like, this is the best I got. Okay. Good. I'm gonna try this a little bit longer. And if I don't get anything bigger, then we're gonna just hope that I win with 24. But I feel like I might not. That's why I'm a little worried. You know, I feel like they beat me with 25. So I would be comfortable getting, like... If I got a 25 at this point, I would stop. 26, I would definitely stop. I was a little slow, but might not... Okay, whatever. My inventory should be full now. Yep. That's the best part. What is this guy doing? He's trolling. I'm locking in. Alright, whatever. Oh, now he's gonna... Okay. Okay, I might have been a little worried there for a minute. Oh, okay. Let me get rid of that. Great. Alright, so I have 10 total. This will make 10. If I don't get it within 10, I feel like I just need to quit. Maybe. Yeah, silence is concerning. Honestly. But yeah, it's been like almost 2.5 hours. And I stopped turnips like 40 minutes ago, I think. So like, this is too much. This is what I mean. This is why I wasn't like, I was like, whatever. I'll just give a couple fish, and if I don't win, whatever. That was my attitude in June. But now it's like, no, this is like more important. I could really benefit from this. But this is the cost. Kind of crazy. I had such a good first week, you know, 1 and done felt amazing. And then last week was like 8. I was like, ooh, this sucks. I hope next week's better. It was not better. It was worse. Maybe I'll catch like 1 more. And then I'm done. That's the unseen cost of my sanity. Which is already in a questionable state to begin with. No! I like let go of the button, but it was too late. The momentum was already there. There's nothing that could be done. What I said was a 6% chance, or no, a 10% chance. What does that even mean? That's a combination right there. Could be pretty good for you, honestly. It's the modern evolution of like the TV and treadmill setup. It's like I know people would like use controllers and have a TV set up in front or whatever, but the Steam Deck might make it easier, but also it's heavier, so like you'd be lifting more. So it would do more for your arms at the same time. Come on, one more, please. Yes. Alright, I'm done after this. Like, I'm sorry, but that's it. I'm done. I'm done. They can give me what I want, or they can just not. But the rod's going away. And so will I in a few minutes. Okay, let's see what we can make happen here. If I can keep one or two as leftovers, that would be nice. It would be kind of fun. And you got weighted and wrist ankle straps. You could, okay, yeah, you could really just add weights everywhere. Could be the move. Yeah, when you finally take the weights off, that's when everybody should be concerned. Big Paint won't know what hit them. Wow, another 24-inch fish. Yahoo! They're hard capping me at 24 inches. Big Fish is like bred these fish in conditions that would keep them from growing beyond 24 inches. Yes, they grow to their environment or something. Oh, okay. On to the next one. Are we taking guesses? I would guess 22. I hope you're right. Oh, nope. We're both wrong. Okay, we got one more. And again, this will be 11 fishes. Like, 11 fish in like 40 minutes. At this point, I'm done. I can't keep doing this. If it was just this and I didn't already do turnips, it would be great. But like, having them lined up like this is just terrible. And yeah, he's just a greedy guy. He just won't stop eating. Hand it over. Okay, here you go, man. I'm out. I ain't doing this no more. You've eaten enough. I hardly wait. Yeah, me too. Oh! Okay. Yeah, I'm... If we win, I'm happy. If we don't win, what do you want from me? I'm not spending an hour doing this. I might as well have, though. Okay. What am I waiting for? Yeah, you know what? You can get lost, man. Yeah, you know what? The 8 boots that I've caught over we're gonna use those and fill them with cement. Alright, hopefully that's enough. Honestly, like, I feel like I lost to a 25-inch fish, but for me to, like, give 11 fish and not get anything bigger, if anyone of my villagers gets more, then, like, it's rigged. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm claiming. So, hopefully we win. If not, that's really disappointing, but, like, I can only do so much. Maybe I'll try to catch some during the week, even though it's going to be, like, lesser odds, but maybe it won't be somehow. And, like, if I could do that, like, a couple days and get a couple more, then that would be a good start to next week, and maybe we'd be better off. But yeah, it's been like 2.5 hours. I am getting out of here. I've done enough. So tomorrow, nothing crazy happening. We're going to just check for turnips. On Tuesday, Gracie's showing up for the first time in 2 months, which is exciting. And then that means the next person will be here on Thursday. And then depending on how that goes, maybe it'll be Saturday, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, there's nothing else going on this week. The week after is the important one where we have the Harvest Festival and Sale Day. So we're just waiting until that. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'm here every day. It's random when I show up, so maybe you'll catch another stream later for the new people here. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see what's going on with the turnips. Maybe I have to sell immediately. Maybe get money. Who knows? We'll see. I don't have a good feeling about this week, but we bought enough for the price and the time. So if we get a spike, great. We're still gonna we'll have over 500 mil in the bank. I have 500 mil now, but it's not all in the bank. We would actually have that in my bank account if I got a spike, which would be cool. Anyway, I'm out. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.